Staying with the Shepherd School, and we're going to check on our vinegar today. You know, as we've done in our vinegar making video, I said, you know, if you can make wine, you can make vinegar. And I guess most people who make wine don't want to make vinegar because it's that natural step from taking the sugars to alcohol, then taking the alcohol to vinegar. And if you want the alcohol, you want to keep the actobacter away from it so it doesn't ruin your produce. Well, you know, I don't drink much, but I love brewing. But I do like using vinegar for canning and making salad dressings and cooking, whatever. And so when I found out I could make vinegar, I really jumped on it. Well, today what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to test it to make sure that it's at the right acidity for canning, as well as do a little bit of storage and how to replenish your vinegar after you have used some of it. So here's my 2 vinegar buckets that I keep down in my basement, and you can see that I've got some cheesecloth with a rubber band around the top. Our mother is pretty much sunk down to the bottom. Here's a nice juicy piece of our mother, and when it's actively cooking and it's got a lot of alcohol to eat, a lot of times that will make a big plug that floats at the top of your vinegar. If I smell this or I taste it, it definitely smells and tastes like vinegar, but I don't want to risk my life on canning it. I want to make sure that it has the right amount of acidity, okay? And it needs to be at least 5%. And so I've got some pH test strips. It was $7 at my local brew shop, and you get several strips out of this. And all you do, basically, it's pH paper. Alright? And all you do is you just stick this in the liquid for about 2 seconds, and then within 15 seconds, you compare the color with the chart. Okay? So, 1001, 1002. Got a little bit of mother on the end. .6, it's not quite 5. Okay, so I could use this for cooking or whatever, but not canning because it's not quite high enough acidity level to safely kill the pathogens or to keep pathogens from coming, because it's about 4.6 pH. Okay, so let's try my other bucket. Another test bottle. 1001, 1002. Oh yeah, look at that. It's a lot darker. This is around somewhere in between 5.0 and 5.4. So this one is definitely strong enough to can. This one is good enough to drink, but I can't can on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some of this out into another container. And what I've got from my honey escapades, I went down to the local restaurant supply and bought a case of these plastic jugs. Now, a lot of people, I guess, are going to blow up about you can't, you know, don't store your food in plastic jugs and all that for safety. But this is HDPE, high density polyethylene number 2, okay? And it says right here at the bottom of the milk jug, you can't see it I don't think, but it's stamped in there, a little triangle of arrows with a 2 in the center. That's a symbol for HDPE2, which is safe for storing alcohol or storing vinegar. And as a matter of fact, your Heinz distilled white vinegar, whatever you buy at the store, the plastic jug, if you look at the bottom of it, it's a HDPE2. The only difference is one's a little thicker than the other, but it's not going to break down the plastic. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one that's ready. Got some cheesecloth, because I don't want to lose my mother. And I'm just going to pour a good bit of it Okay. Now, say I go use that for canning some jars or making, you know, some sort of salad dressing, whatever. I'm just going to put the lid on it and store this away. But I've still got some left, right? And the mother in there is good. So what I want to do is keep a batch going. You use some, you know, you can any old wine. It's just some leftover from, you know, when some family come to visit the other day and we didn't drink all of it. It don't matter the vintage, just pour it in there. There's some old stuff I had back from before I started corking them in bottles. Pour that in there. Then all I got to do is just put my cheesecloth back over the top and then let it sit, and then that will start fermenting some more. Come back in another couple months and retest it. Okay? So these two are about ready to go right back into the basement. Alright, so that's all there is to it. How to test it, you know, a little bit of storing. And until next time, you can always catch online, www.teamgun.com.